the real phenomenal training knowledge that gets people to be as good as they can possibly be is not found in bodybuilding. It's found in the training of the most expensive athletes on earth, because of course it is, and everybody should be able to see that. But I think before I mention this, not everybody's thinking about it. But now that I'm forcing you to think about it, really sink some mental capacity in the idea that, okay, like the most expensive sport is probably the sport that's going to make sure they're going to do the most things right. Hi, my name is John Jaquish. I'm a doctor of biomedical engineering, which gives me a unique perspective on lots of things. Today, I want to talk about how strength athletes train better than bodybuilders. Now, there's a lot of distraction from bodybuilders. They're very much, for some unfortunate reason, the guiding light in the fitness industry. And they're really the guiding light that's guiding you in the wrong direction. So I want to point out that I work with strength coaches from all different types of strength sports. So NFL strength and conditioning coaches, a lot of it is through relationships, like I'm good friends with Alex Guerrero. Also, I have a great relationship and a working relationship with Westside Barbell. Now, Westside Barbell works with the strength and conditioning coaches with the rest of the NFL teams that aren't run by Alex Guerrero or have been run by Alex Guerrero. And there's even quite a bit of overlap there. And then they work with, Westside I'm talking about, works with a lot of mixed martial artists, grapplers. So people that need to be explosive, people that need to be as strong as possible, and also highest power to weight ratio. So the strongest and ultimately the biggest, especially when you look at NFL, because like gymnasts and wrestlers, they try and keep their size a little smaller so they can stay in their weight class. But when you look at the NFL, you need to be the proper size to do your job. And that very often is being very big and very strong. So why is it that all of these people who have like millions and millions of dollars of training staff, education, way more knowledge and funding compared to bodybuilders who, bodybuilding is like NFL is a multi-million-dollar sport. Bodybuilding is like a multi-dollar sport. Like you're not going to make much money out of it. A lot of the trainers in bodybuilding are really just retired bodybuilders. So not necessarily people who know the most about strength and conditioning. And it's a shame because the practice of taking the drugs they do has had them seem like they know what they're doing, and they don't. And when you look at sports like the NFL or football, when you look at football, you have to be as strong as possible. There's no other way around it. And they test for drugs. So like, do some of these guys bother with performance enhancing drugs? Yeah, they get caught. Like every season, there's like one or two guys who gets a 6-game suspension or worse. I think it's a 6-game suspension for your first offense. But you really just can't get away with it. So everything you see on an NFL field is the athlete's ability. You're not seeing drug enhancement. Again, if somebody's cheating, they're going to get caught. Why is it that none of these guys train like the bodybuilders do? And we can even go further. If you look at gymnastics, very high intensity, very explosive. A lot of things they do in gymnastics lead to a variable resistance based on the way they approach the movements for training. A lot of them use momentum to bypass the weak ranges of motion so that they can leverage the strong ranges of motion. That's almost a summary of gymnastics in general. You're using momentum to bypass weak points. Same thing with Olympic lifting, which is different than powerlifting. I won't get into that, but you can look it up later. They will use their body weight and momentum to bypass the weak ranges of motion and only expose load to the musculature and really leverage the musculature when the musculature is at its most powerful. So all of these different groups of people are leveraging variable resistance. They're training with high intensity. They don't spend hours and hours training, most of them 2 hours a week or less. If you are following this YouTube account, you are getting all of the right information. And please stick with me and subscribe, because this is what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm even in the middle of making a documentary film where I talk to Terrell Owens, Alex Guerrero, two icons of football, Solera Barnes, the fastest woman in America, and a whole host of others. Please stay tuned and stay subscribed to the channel. I'm going to be giving you all this information, but just know that the real phenomenal training knowledge that gets people to be as good as they can possibly be is not found in bodybuilding. It's found in the training of the most expensive athletes on earth, because of course it is, and everybody should be able to see that. But I think before I mention this, not everybody's thinking about it. But now that I'm forcing you to think about it, really sink some mental capacity in the idea that, okay, like, the most expensive sport is probably the sport that's going to make sure they're going to do the most things right. Keep that in mind. I'll see you in the comments.
If this video helped you, I want you to subscribe and follow. I'm going to put out videos on a regular basis. I think they're going to help a whole lot of people, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't just instantly grow from lifting regular weights. We've got the answer for you.